Trust me, friends are no good.
We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Yowie wowie, I just wanted to say hi to C Wrestling. I heard you guys watch Firefly Funhouse videos on YouTube. That's pretty cool. I just want to say thanks for watching the videos and continuing to support me and Bray. We really appreciate it, and hopefully we can give you some more amazing Firefly Funhouse videos to watch. Bye.
Well, to do that, you didn't have to turn your back on him, Alexa. That is exactly what happened at WrestleMania. It was confirmed this week on Monday Night Raw. There is so much to talk about. This is things you might have missed. But before we get started, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and, of course, like the video. But I need to start off with a massive thank you. All day today, we have been trending on YouTube in the main trending section worldwide. That is an yowie wowie moment indeed. Thank you. But it is now time for everyone's favourite things you might have missed segment, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. They're back. It's Puppet Watch! Yowie wowie indeed. We got Abby the Witch, Huskus the Pig Boy, Mercy the Buzzard, and...
The Firefly Funhouse proudly presents the return of Bray Wyatt!
Funhouse Bray is back! Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania is known for big returns, and the Funhouse version of Bray Wyatt is the perfect character to bring back tonight. Genuinely perfect. He seemed very happy. He did talk about Alexa leaving, and of course he then went on a thing saying he was reborn, he felt new, and he said the Funhouse would stay strong. There was a cool moment when he basically kissed the Rambling the Rabbit puppet. We all thought he was going to kill him. He then did throw him away, but he did say, "You didn't see that coming." I think that was a nod to the swerve that happened at WrestleMania for sure. Also a cool moment, he went round all the puppets individually saying, "Heal you, heal you, heal you." But when he got to Abby, he just said, "Be gone." Keep that in mind. Also, Abby the Witch did once again have her potty mouth. Again, that crucifix symbol was still being used in the Funhouse. Something you might have missed is that crucifix symbol relates to the story with Randy Orton. Maybe an indication that the Orton story isn't finished after all, despite the fact on Raw we had Randy Orton tell us multiple times that it had. He actually said that the Fiend and Alexa Bliss had disappeared, which is a little bit strange considering Alexa had already been on the show at that point. But Orton was delusioned before to think that the Fiend would never return, and he did. So maybe him thinking the story's over is just part of the games.
Randy, this doesn't end on your terms.
I think that could be a cool little Easter egg that, we always said that other Randy Orton was the Fiend possessing him. If that's true, then the Fiend sending this message. Orton thinks he's done with the Fiend. Bray could have other plans altogether, and that could be super cool. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out, because at WrestleMania, something else popped up. Literally popped up from the Jack in the Box, known as the Fiend in the Box, the Devil in the Box, as Alexa Bliss called it. And it kind of makes sense, therefore, that we would believe that this could be some kind of demon possessing Alexa Bliss. We did obviously get confirmation tonight on Monday Night Raw. That is exactly what happened. Now, we didn't know after WrestleMania what the hell happened. The main assumption was, of course, Abigail. It's not Sister Abigail. On tonight's Raw, we got that Alexa's Playground episode, which was super, super cool because it gave us all of the answers. Alexa gave us the story of the lost girl, the little girl who obviously got lured in by the darkness, protected by the darkness, but basically worked out that she didn't need the darkness after all. And she actually therefore found something Viewer discretion advised right now, I'm telling you. We got introduced to Lily. This is Lily. OMG. Notice she's wearing an Alexa Bliss style dress, but just look at this face. It is OMG brilliant, isn't it? Obviously pink pigtails, button eyes, but notice the teeth are made out of skulls, like really tiny skulls. That's really cool. And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying this does not make sense that Alexa Bliss would turn on the Fiend. Alexa Bliss, why would she need her own demon? She was already the Fiendess, she was already this. And I think she already was. It took Bray Wyatt time to learn how to control the Fiend. I think she was this demon the entire time. Think about it. In the Funhouse, we have watched her perform these rituals, these seances to try to bring him back. When you do this devil shit, things happen and things go wrong. In seance world, they say that if you try to bring a soul through, anything can come through. Now, Lily, we believe, is short for Lilith, and Lilith is a female demon from mythology and has developed over time into distinct characters in popular culture. This is the queen of demons. This is Lilith, obviously represented in WWE by the doll Lily. My biggest confusion is the attire here of the doll seemingly is like playground Alexa. It's that happy, fun Alexa Bliss that we've come to know and love. And it kind of makes you wonder, why is she not this demonic Alexa that we saw before? At WrestleMania 37, surely she should look like this. Instead, she kind of looks like this version of Alexa Bliss instead. And it's like, I wonder if there's an opposite here where this is the really evil Alexa Bliss and we just don't know it yet. I wonder if that's something to maybe keep an eye out on. It's one of those out there things, but it's definitely worth taking note of. Something you might have missed from WrestleMania, of course, Alexa Bliss had that new head attire that the ooze, that black goo started coming from. But not only that, right in the center of it is seemingly like a bird. Now, we don't know if that's a representation of a buzzard or what, but again, something to take note of. Bray Wyatt obviously did resurrect the old Fiend at WrestleMania, of course. We saw the resurrection, and he actually adopted the chest attire of the burnt Fiend, which is kind of cool. And of course, a new mask. This mask looks a little bit more demonic in a way. The smile is a little bit more eerie-some. Of course, the smile goes right to the back of the mask. Also, notice how the Fiend here is wearing red contacts. The eyes are bright red, which I thought was super interesting. A lot of people saying this could be a possession, sign of a possession at least, but I don't know. We have had confirmation from Jason Baker about the new Bray Wyatt mask and Alexa Bliss headpiece, however, on Twitter, that basically he and his team worked on them again under the supervision of the legendary Tom Savini. And the Lily doll, Alexa's new BFF, as Jason Baker called it, was again produced by Jason Baker and his team. Kind of cool. There was a lot of social media buzz about the fact the way Alexa Bliss sat on top of that box. Of course, she was cross-legged, and that led a lot of people to think Aleister Black, maybe. And since the Lily doll has been announced and shown, and of course we know the assumption is with Lilith, for confirmation, Alexa has been liking tweets on Twitter referring to Lily, short for Lilith. Aleister Black has Lilith tattooed on his back. Now, this tattoo was obviously there a long time before this storyline, but maybe it's a sign. I don't know. I think it's a stretch. There hasn't actually been a sighting of Aleister Black yet. I think he's even a SmackDown superstar, but that doesn't stop WWE in fairness. I just want to wait. Let's see how that plays out, and let's not get excited for something that probably won't happen. The crazy explanations on why the Fiend lost at WrestleMania have been running wild again, and honestly, they're silly. People are saying that once again that the Fiend is Bo Dallas. No, he's not Bo Dallas. This is Bray freaking Wyatt. We've done a whole video on this. I'm not doing it again. But now we've got Funhouse Bray back, and you can clearly see the man's lost weight. The man's, worked out. The man's been on a diet. I don't know how he's done it, but he has lost that weight. And hopefully now those rumours can be cleared up, because it's the exact same build as the Fiend. Come on, people. But of course, we do have to address the loss at WrestleMania, because people keep asking me about it. Honestly, wins and losses don't matter, okay? This is the Fiend. This is a wrestler, and sometimes he'll win, sometimes he loses. Undertaker lost last night at WrestleMania. Saturday night. Sasha Banks lost her 6th WrestleMania match. She's never won at WrestleMania. You're not going to say Sasha Banks is buried. The Fiend isn't buried. He saw someone that he obviously acknowledged and knew in what we now know as Lily, I suppose, and it scared him. He reached out. He was looking for something. Maybe there was some kind of magical element here where Alexa drained him of his power. That hasn't been explained yet, but something happened, and the last thing you would do after seeing this is want to kick out of the RKO to wrestle a match, and you would want to disappear and try and work out what the hell is going on. Honestly, it's just storyline progression. Bray Wyatt did have his WrestleMania moment, stood on top of that box. The lights were flashing. People were into this match. They were into the character. Agreed. The audience in the arena didn't like the end. And I still agree it's because they wanted the payoff. They wanted that instant gratification. And that's not a bad thing. But that's why. We can't just say, oh, they booed the Fiend. Yes. But did you not hear the holy shit chants before? And the cheers when he entered? And the ovation every time he hit a damn move? You can't just literally cut out everything positive and just focus on the negative. That's not fair. We know that WrestleMania Backlash is the next WWE pay-per-view. I'm excited because the fact it's WrestleMania Backlash, after what happened with The Fiend, you can definitely say that story requires some backlash. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the rumoured cinematic match. We just don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I think we are now done. Wow, there was a lot to cover this week. I think it's super cool that we're still getting Alexa's Playground, and the fact that that's its own entity, kind of in the same story, in the same world as the Firefly Funhouse. I do think that's amazing. The fact that they've broken up doesn't mean a lot. You can always bring them back together. What happens if they meet a common enemy, for example? That could be a really fun experience. They could have clashes for the ages. They could have their own faction wars. We just don't know yet. Time will tell. I'm interested. I hope you guys are still just buzzing because that Raw was amazing. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments section down below, so make sure you drop them. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and, of course, like the video. I'm going to go to bed because WrestleMania weekend has nearly killed me. I will see you as always next time. Peace!